Hey, how's it going out there? Rich Ramirez coming to you from Pismo Beach, California. And today I want to go ahead and share another reading out of my daily men's meditation book. One of the many things that I do out here in video land. um, and of course, anytime I read something like this, it's because I can relate it to what we do in our industry or in our profession. Okay, because as Eric Worre says, you want to go pro, quit being the amateur, and just make this a profession. Okay, um, so let me go ahead and go into the reading, and then I'll go ahead and share some of my insights on it. Um, there's a quote here: "As long as you keep a person down, some part of you has to be down there to hold them down. So it means you cannot soar as you otherwise might." And that is Marion Anderson. Um, because of our resentments, we sometimes get tense. We say we aren't going to have contact with our parents until they do something we expect of them. Or we hold out on a friend because we want an apology for an injury or injustice. Sadly, we become more tense, more limited in our own joy by holding someone else to our expectations. Our lives can be much richer and more fulfilled when we let go of these expectations. We can let go of manipulating or drawing forth the responses we want. Our manipulations and pouting make life too boring and limited. No one else need stand in the way of our pleasure of being adult men. Uh, and I'll just throw in there adults, period, men or women. Okay. Um, and then it always ends with like a prayer of some sort. Um, Today, I will let go of my claims on others so I can be free to soar. Now, of course, this has to do with resentments and this has to do with the past, but yet I also want to look at it as a way of, as it says, expectations. Okay, um, by holding someone else to our expectations. Now, when we're out there looking for people to work with, of course, we have our own vision of what we want to do with our business, and we bring people along, and then sooner or later we find out that maybe that individual isn't ready. Okay, not that they don't want to do this, they just aren't ready, and they don't have the right skills that they need to move forward. Um, and so sometimes we're there almost every day, and sometimes just checking in, trying to give all of our time to these individuals. And then sooner or later it comes down to, well, okay, obviously they're not producing, they're not doing anything. Maybe this I shouldn't spend any more time with them, and that's what happens. Or it can be the opposite, where you'll have a sponsor in this business that brings you in just for the money, and because they get a commission off of the auto ship pack that you purchased, and then you never hear from them again. And sadly, that happens, and especially it's when it's somebody who purchases leads through traffic. Okay, they'll spend a lot of money on traffic, and so they have ads everywhere, and people are coming into their website, and they see the information, they click on the link, they purchase the product, they get involved with the business. Um, those individuals, sadly, they will never reach down to the new person to say, "Welcome. This is what you need to do." They may go ahead and be set up, and they'll send like a welcome letter, and they'll say, "This is where you need to go. This is what you need to do. This is how you get started." Um, and they'll leave contact information, but it's like that's as far as it goes. Okay. And yet the new person may still be intimidated and doesn't know what to do, even though it's right there in front of them, what they need to do. Um, it comes back again to that good old fear of the phone. You know, um, I don't want to call because I don't know this individual. You know, maybe they're going to try to talk me into doing something else in addition to what I just signed for. Now, and sometimes that does work that way because teams, if you are involved in a team, you do have different tools that will work when marketing online. And that's what we do. I know for our team, and we try to keep it also with the same line of sponsorship, so that if somebody comes in, then they'll use that individual's link to purchase that tool. So it's always the same person getting the same residuals from that individual. Um, but the thing is that we have to learn to let go of what other people are going to do. Okay, and this is oftentimes why, especially in the workforce, where I always felt that it was easier for me to do something than for me to give it to somebody else because they may do it wrong. And it's not that they're doing it wrong; they're doing it their way. They're not doing it my way, and that's the big difference. You know, I always wanted things done my way. My way or the highway, right? It doesn't work that way over here, fellas. It doesn't work that way over here. Let the person just start doing what they need to do. Let them make the mistakes along the way. If it's going to take them 2 years to finally blossom, then let them take that 2 years to do it. Just always be available if they happen to have a question or two. Be available, but don't hold on to just that one individual hoping that they're going to do something. Um, as they say, there's other fish in the sea. Okay, there are so many different avenues in which you can find leads. You can find local leads if you wanted to. In fact, one of the things I learned from Big Al Schreider, I believe his last name is that you can set up like a drawing over at local deli shop, you know, and do a drawing and just say something like, buy, get a free sandwich of some sort, get a free meal. You're the one, of course, who's going to pay for that meal. Um, and then you can come up with your own thing. As he said, I hate my job because, and then you fill in the blank and you throw in your reason why you hate your job. Um, and or you could do something like, especially if you have vacations, which some of us do have vacation packages. you know, um, what would be, if you wanted to go anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? Something like that. I don't know. Be creative. Come up with your own thing. So, I dare you. Go ahead. Create something in your own local area, a drawing. See how many leads you get, and then let me know how many actually signed up. Remember to do what you love with passion. Give yourself grace for the mistakes that you have made, and continuously grow at least 1% than the day before. All right, y'all have a great day. Take care.